Welcome to the Experience Podcast. Today is April 18th, 2021, and my name is Dennis Miller. Today I have with me,
I'm Neil Miller.
and the Experience Podcast is all about facts, inspiration, empowerment, and transformation. Those are our four core values, and I'm just going to let Neil take it away from here.
So, what we're kind of, I'm going to start it off with a quote that I have from Louis L. Hay. And what Louis L. Hay says is that every thought we think is creating our future. And getting into thoughts, so today we really want to talk about the two most powerful words that are in the human language. And those two words are I am. I am are the two most powerful words in the entirety of the human language, because whatever you put after I am, you become, and you create that in your physical reality. So yes, the I am, it's a very, they're very powerful words, and words themselves other than those two words are powerful. So what do you see with I am? How is it useful in your life? How can it benefit others' life? What do you see, and what do you feel about those words?
So you had just briefly mentioned the words that follow I am.
Yes.
Why are those words powerful as well?
Whatever you put after I am is what you become. You literally become what you put after I am. So if I say I am Neil, before I was Neil, I was a pure expression of infinite consciousness. And then I said I am Neil, and it solidified the reality that I am Neil. Before that, I was in a pure expression of infinite consciousness.
So if you say, or if I say, I am happy, I am grateful, those things, when we use positive, or when I say positive things about myself, that just, we get more of whatever we speak.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So whatever I say I am, whatever words I use after I am I get more of. Is that what I'm understanding?
That's what you're understanding. Now try to understand it. And now when you understand this, when you look at it from the inside, so what you were talking about saying positive things, that would be positive affirmations. There's positive affirmations and there's negative affirmations. And you said some examples of positive affirmations. I have quite a few here that I'm going to bring forward on positive affirmations. Go ahead.
Do they only have to be affirmations? So if I wake up in the morning and I roll out of bed and I say I'm sick, and I continue to go about my day,
that's a negative affirmation.
Correct. But if I do not change what I say after I am, I'll probably be sick the rest of that day.
Correct. But we're talking specifically about positive affirmations right now. So I'm going to bring forward some positive affirmations. So some examples of positive affirmations are, so here's one: I am feeling light and alive at my perfect body weight of 135. That's an example of a positive affirmation. That would basically, if you say this to yourself every day, I am feeling light and alive at my perfect body weight of 135, you will be able to manifest and create that perfect body weight of feeling light and alive at 135. So I'm going to give some more examples of positive affirmations. I am enjoying the thrill of flying instead of going on a plane being fearful. Get on the plane and tell yourself that I am enjoying the thrill of flying. It's a positive affirmation. I am confidently expressing myself openly and honestly. Positive affirmation. I am feeling exhilarated, agile, and alive. I am effectively communicating my needs and desires to my loving partner. I am looking around me at the faces of the people I am helping, and I see that they are grateful. All positive affirmations. I am feeling relaxed and grateful to be sitting here in Hawaii with my toes buried in the warm sand, feeling the warmth of the sun on my face. Positive affirmations. So you had mentioned, you had brought up a negative affirmation about feeling sick and how that can maybe cause you to feel sick throughout your day by saying, I am sick. Right. That's so very true. So negative affirmations. So Nicole Madison wrote an article on negative affirmations on February 17th, 2021. And so I'm going to read what he wrote down here about negative affirmations. And he says that negative affirmations are a type of non-constructive self-talk. Most people engage in self-talk on a daily basis by thinking or speaking about themselves, their lives, their situations, often without actually talking to another person. So that's kind of what Nicole Madison says about what are negative affirmations.
So it's our self-talk.
It's our self-talk can be positive affirmations as well, but it's most times we're not actually talking to another person. It is our self-talk, but our self-talk can be negative or positive. And so we're not talking to another person and we're saying these things to ourselves. Basically, I am sick. I'm gonna see if I believe I have some more examples here.
Of negative?
Negative.
I have some.
Okay, fire away.
I'm never on time.
Never on time.
My body hurts. I'm fat, ugly, depressed, sad. And you often see those.
Say the complete sentence, please.
Okay. With the word I am.
Yes.
So I am fat, I am ugly, I am depressed, I am sad, I am never enough.
All right, good. Stop there. And how does that make you feel to read those?
Not very good.
Point exactly. Words have the power to bring feeling and to bring emotion, and words are extremely powerful. Go ahead and continue. I
want to add something to that.
Sure.
Because I grew up Amish, so a very religious background, right? And in the Bible, it talks about in Proverbs 18:21, it says, the tongue has the power of life and death. So whatever we speak, what I just said made me feel like death when I read those. So go ahead.
Go ahead and continue your list. I wanted to basically, that's good. And I wanted to point out the feeling that you get when you read words like that. Go ahead and continue with those.
The rest that I have really don't
pertain to negative affirmations.
They are negative, but they're self-talk. They don't really have the I am in front of it, so I'm just going to leave those.
Yes, sir.
Or here's one. I am always fighting with my spouse. Like, does that really have to happen to relationships?
Correct. And that's a negative affirmation. So on this negative affirmation, so it's very exciting because with these, all that you're doing is you're talking to yourself the whole time with these affirmations. And it's hilarious because you're not talking to anybody else while you're saying these things. And
Are you saying we shouldn't be as hard on ourselves and start talking good about ourselves, and if other people don't give us a pat on the shoulder, give yourself a pat on the shoulder
all the time?
You're fucking awesome.
All the time. So what Nicole Madison on the negative affirmations, what he said there was towards the end that they can be damaging to one's self-esteem and general outlook on life. Negative affirmations can, big as if someone else actually said those negative things to you. They're as damaging as somebody bullying you or saying negative things to you. Your self-talk is as damaging, can be if it's negative self-talk. It can be positive if it's positive self-talk, but we're talking about negative self-talk right now. So your negative self-talk is as damaging to you as if somebody was speaking those words to you and bullying you with those words.
So if I say a lot of self-talk to myself, I am my own worst enemy and nobody else is to blame. Is that correct?
It depends what your self-talk is.
But if I say negative things about myself,
100%.
I am my own worst enemy and I am 100% responsible for feeling like shit if I said those things. Is that
100%.
Correct?
That's pretty correct.
Okay.
All right.
So that must mean that I am also 100% responsible for me feeling good and that I have the power to change that.
Yes.
So
very much so.
Pretty exciting.
That's great news. All right, so I've got an article that I want to read here, and so the power or the name of the article is "Words Are Magic: The Power of Language Over Our Minds," and it's a very flowing article and. So he says words are magic, and kind of what I say and what I've the way I understand it is I look at it as words are spells. When you're talking to someone, you're casting a spell. You're casting a spell on yourself, you're casting a spell on them. You can cast good spells or you can cast bad spells. You're always casting spells when you speak words. James Dowd wrote this in Creative, and it's a decently long article. I'm going to read the entire article. It's very interesting.
Are we going to link this at the bottom of the video, or is there somewhere they can find this article?
They can find this on Google. We will link this on the description box below the video. So if you want to find this article and share it with some people, it'll be in the description box. That's where you can find it. So, Words Are Magic: The Power of Language Over Our Minds, written by James Dowd in Creative. This was written on March 28th, 2018. One day, as I pretended to take notes in a meeting, I watched my hand moving across my notebook and noticed something odd. With slight unconscious movement of my pen, magic was happening. Symbols, shapes, and ideas were coming to life, bleeding forth from my pen, and they evoked further meaning, emotion, and wonder in my mind. I wiggled my pen on the page, and images were born in my brain. Incredible. This was no small thing. This was something unbelievable that I'd never simply paid any attention to. I realized I wasn't merely spelling words, I was doing something wonderful. I was casting spells, it was magic, and I'm a magician. Crazy. Maybe. But only if you underestimate words themselves, the strength of them strung together, or our ability to wield them. Words can make your heart beat faster, make you sweat, make you cry, make you fall in love. So instead, consider that words are of the supernatural sort, otherworldly, yet not, gifted to us by some divine spirit, maybe, ever changing, not ours, simply floating in us and around us, shaping our world and each other, but still shaped by our own innate internal passions, energy, and our blood. Skeptical. Well, you can explain words as well as you can explain magic, and it'd be just as fun hearing you try. That's because neither are driven by truth but by belief. Our acceptance and understanding are not bound by logic but by emotion. We believe in words, we breathe life into them, we toss them into the world, and they thrive. But when we stop, when we abandon them, regardless of their linguistic evolution, regardless of their past, they die. Very important. I'm going to read that again. When we stop and we abandon words, regardless of their linguistic evolution, regardless of their past, they die. I'm going to continue. I kind of understand that as putting your attention elsewhere and not on the words, and they cease to be in your head.
Yes.
Because now your attention is elsewhere, not on the words. I'm going to continue. That was my interpretation of it.
I agree.
Do you have a separate interpretation?
I totally agree with that.
They exist to communicate, to express meaning and understanding, to serve as a symbol for something, and then poof, they're gone. Magic. In fact, the word spell, to spell a word, actually influenced the idea of casting a spell, to use magic to influence others. I got some goosebumps just right now. And it had such magical powers over me after observing my notebook scribbles. I went so far as to learn more from my favorite wielder of words and Yale professor, Dr. Mike Zim. Editor's note, James and Zim sat next to each other, so James magically just looked over and asked. Zim said, the root spell am originally meant story, sting, tale, history, narrative, fable, and then the term spell started to take on the meaning of a charm or magical incarnation in the Middle Ages. In the Indo-European tradition, words were always viewed as having magical abilities. Zim rambled on. For example, the daughter languages of Proto-Indo-European arranged the consonants in the root for the animal wolf in bizarre ways. This is probably because the original speakers before 3000 BC feared that if they said the actual word for wolf, it would magically cause the animal to appear. It's the origin of curse words, the belief that the usage of particular words that had powerful negative effects, the ability to curse yourself or others. Curse words come from before 3000 BC, when the Proto-Indo-Europeans feared that if they said the actual word wolf, it would magically cause the animal to appear, hence a curse word. Words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury, remedying it. So what does all the magic talk really mean? Well, for writers, it means we're magicians. We're powerful. We can cast spells over the world by spelling words into existence, and we can change the way people think, feel, and act. That's our ability as writers, speakers, and storytellers. That's our gift, to influence others, to create the unexpected, to change the way people see and understand the world, to put on a show. Consider the power of one word alone. A single magical word can not only change something's meaning, it can convince someone to change how they think. In 1974, an experiment was conducted in which people were asked to recall what they'd seen in a car crash video. Some were asked if they'd seen the broken headlight, and some if they'd seen a broken headlight. Those who were asked if they'd seen the broken headlight were 3 times as likely to have seen it as those in the other group, which were asked if they'd seen a broken headlight rather than the broken headlight.
Wow.
Truth was, there was never any broken headlight in the video.
I wonder if there was any fear or surprise in the car.
It was the wording used. They were asked if they'd seen the broken headlight, and they were 3 times as likely to have seen it as those that had been asked if they'd seen a broken headlight.
Hmm.
A single small collection of letters created a memory people believed were true. They reported on something that never even existed. Yes, you got it. It was magic. Still don't believe in the power of words? Finish this sentence. What if?
What if an asteroid hit us right now?
Oh, the endless places those simple words, those 6 letters can take you.
What were the 6 words again?
What if?
Okay.
The sparks of imagination burning in your brain this very moment. Your imagination, like a child, explodes with unrestrained possibility. What if you could use that very power of inspiration, creation, and connection with everyone you meet? The answer is you can. You can. We, wielders of words, we sorcerers, charmers, creative conjurers, magical beasts, we are free to spell words into existence at will, writing what's crafted to convince, to change, to instill a sense, a feeling in someone beyond their control. There's real power there, and we are undoubtedly unstoppable. Words are sacred. They deserve respect. If you get the right ones in the right order, you can nudge the world a little. Tom Stoppard for non-writers, take note. The power is not held by writers alone. We're ultimately talking about the brain, our endless canvas, where words live and breathe, and it's open to all. Artists, designers, strategists, thinkers, and any sort of creator in this world. You've made it this far, so I have a gift for you. You as well are magical. You too have the power to create thoughts, feelings, and imagery in people's minds in your own way. You speak, you write, you think, you are unstoppable as well. How? By using your passions and crafts to tell stories. You are human, and therefore you are a natural storyteller. It's built into you. You can control minds. You do it for yourself without realizing. Every night, your stories give you an escape, letting you play in fantasy worlds. You go to your bed, and your brain sits up, telling itself wonderful stories, both memorable and mundane. Never forget that you are here today because mankind has spent thousands upon thousands of years developing the magic of communication and stories. How dare you not believe in it? How dare you not believe in yourself? How dare you not to open your soul and share your magic with others? Never forget that those who truly believed in their magic, who dedicated themselves to wielding it in new, powerful, exciting ways, they will live forever. Tell me that's not magic. Never forget that you are a force of nature, with all the power of the universe on the tip of your tongue. Words are mankind's greatest creation, capable of transcending time and space, capable of controlling the human mind, capable of anything. So embrace words and their power. Read, write, tell stories, wield your magic, be a magician.
Love it.
Thoughts, feelings. What can you add?
when I was getting together some things to jot down or some notes, I got reminded that our brains are like a computer, and our how was that? Maybe I shouldn't have brought that up because
Yes, you should have, because I had a very important thought.
because the words that we use are like the program, and we can program our computer to create or destroy
Yes.
with the I am.
Yes. And on the computer aspect, you said our brain is like a computer. So I want to bring up something here, and I don't know if you know this or not, but computers are modeled after the human brain. The human brain was first, and then computers, the way computers run, the way the programs run, everything is modeled from the human brain. So not only is your brain like a computer, it is the ultimate computer. It is the computer that computers are based off of. So your brain is the original computer. And I wanted to bring that up because I feel like that's very important, and the majority of people, I feel like need to be more appreciative of the fact of the supercomputer that's in here.
Absolutely, and realizing that we can change the program. That we don't have to just run on the program that we were given at birth. That we can actually change it. I think that's very, very powerful, because ultimately, when we start speaking life into ourselves, being I am imaginative, I am creative, I am abundant, I am happy, I am joyful, I am grateful. When we start doing those things,
all right, stop.
Okay.
How do you feel right now?
That made me feel pretty empowered.
Now, which made you feel better? The positive affirmations you just now gave, or the negative affirmations that you gave towards the start of the podcast?
Definitely the positive affirmations.
And hearing you say that, hearing you say the positive affirmations fired me up from over here.
You know why? Because it's life. Those are creation. They're not destroying words.
Yes, I agree.
They're
with
creation words.
And they're so we're talking about the plane of words. They're also inspiration. So remember that. Inspiration is huge.
Because not only are we inspiring ourselves, we're inspiring other people around us to also start seeing the light
within themselves.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Earlier in the podcast, this is just something I want to share. You were going through the empowering or the positive affirmations.
Yes.
And something that I should have wrote the guy's name down. But anyways, this is something I came across.
James Dowd?
No. He wrote the book The Strangest Secret.
Sir.
Strangest Secret. There you go.
Go ahead.
But anyways, what he said is, he said it's kind of generic, but he said if you say this every day, maybe it was Jim Rohn, I'm not sure. But he said, these are the words that he said, quote, "Day by day in every way, I am becoming better and better." And you can add things to it, you can take away a little bit, you can make it more definitive to where it applies to you. You know,
if you want to,
Earl Nightingale.
Go ahead and say that statement again, and then put his name at the end of it.
Yeah. This is by Earl Nightingale. He said, "Day by day, in every way, I am becoming better and better." And he said, say that for 30 days.
It takes 21 days to break a habit and 21 days to start a new habit, which is probably why he said about the 30 days to get that new habit started. On that note, this has been the Experience Podcast. Peace.